Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
Toprak Razgatlioglu, who is currently one of the top riders in the WSBK Championship with BMW, has attracted a lot of attention thanks to his outstanding achievements. His aggressive racing style and distinctive braking technique have made him one of the greatest talents on the track. With rumors circulating about his potential move to MotoGP, many are wondering whether the Turkish rider will be able to adapt quickly to the highest level of motorcycle racing. Marc Marquez, a former MotoGP world champion, views Toprak's move as a positive step. Toprak is an outstanding rider. He has a wealth of experience and extraordinary talent, Marquez said during an interview at the Ducati Lenovo paddock. MotoGP is certainly different from WSBK, but I believe he will be able to adapt and bring intense competition. Marquez added that MotoGP always welcomes new riders with open arms, especially those with a solid reputation like Toprak. Toprak's arrival could bring a new dimension to the grid. It will be interesting as every rider has a different racing style and character, he continued. When asked whether Toprak would be a tough competitor for him, Marquez responded diplomatically, "We'll see. MotoGP is a world full of competition and challenges. Anyone who comes with a strong determination can compete, but it all takes time and adaptation. I'm sure he'll learn quickly." This is the full news. Rumors of World Superbike (WSBK) rider Toprak Razgatlioglu's move to MotoGP are growing louder. It is reported that the Turkish rider, who currently races for BMW Motorrad in WSBK, will join the Pramac Yamaha team in the 2026 season. This news has immediately caught the attention of motorcycle racing fans, including MotoGP legend Marc Marquez. Marc Marquez, who currently races for the Ducati Lenovo factory team, shared his thoughts on the rumors. In an interview with several media outlets in the paddock ahead of this weekend's race, Marquez stated that Toprak's arrival in MotoGP would be an exciting addition. Toprak is one of the most talented riders out there. He has a wealth of experience in WSBK, and that's no easy feat if he does join MotoGP with Pramac Yamaha. It will be a new challenge for him and for all of us, Marquez said enthusiastically. According to Marquez, the transition from WSBK to MotoGP is indeed not easy, but Toprak has the potential to compete. MotoGP is a different world, with different bikes, tires, and a slightly different racing style. But I'm confident Toprak can adapt quickly because he's already proven to be very fast in WSBK, said Marquez. Furthermore, Marquez also praised Toprak's aggressive and determined racing style. "I like how he races. He has a unique braking style and never shies away from taking risks. Those are important qualities in MotoGP, especially now that the competition is getting fiercer," added the Spanish rider. Toprak Razgatlioglu is indeed known as one of the most spectacular riders in WSBK, with his extraordinary braking maneuvers in corners. Many believe his riding style will suit the Yamaha bike, which is renowned for its agility and nimbleness in corners. However, the more complex challenges of MotoGP have left many wondering whether Toprak can immediately become a frontrunner. When asked whether Toprak could become one of his main rivals in the future, Marquez smiled and said, "We'll see. MotoGP is always open to great talent. If Toprak comes with a strong motivation, he could definitely become a rival worth watching. But of course, everything will depend on his adaptation process." Meanwhile, there has been no official statement from Toprak or the Pramac Yamaha team regarding these rumors. However, some internal paddock sources have mentioned that negotiations between Toprak and Pramac Yamaha are already in the final stages. If this move does happen, the 2026 MotoGP season will become even more intense with the arrival of the Turkish rider. MotoGP fans are already eagerly anticipating the intense battles between top riders like Marc Marquez, Francesco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin, and Toprak Razgatlioglu. One thing is certain, every new MotoGP season brings drama and exciting stories, and Toprak's presence will only make it more thrilling. The 2025 MotoGP season seems to be a proving ground for Marc Marquez. After officially joining the factory Ducati team, Marquez showed his dominance from the start of the season. At its peak, he performed superbly at the Silverstone GP with aggressive yet precise actions, leaving his rivals behind. Marquez's impressive performance did not go unnoticed by former Honda rider and MotoGP legend, Dani Pedrosa. Pedrosa, who was once Marquez's teammate, commented on the rider's remarkable transformation. Marc is the type of rider who always knows the limits of his bike, and he knows when to take risks. At Ducati, he got a bike that suits his riding style, aggressive but controlled. That's why he can master the GP25, said Pedrosa. According to Pedrosa, the key to Marquez's success is not only because of the performance of the Ducati, which is known to be strong on straights and sharp corners, but also because of Marquez's smart approach to racing this season. He is more patient, not as frontal as before. But when it's time to attack, he knows exactly when and where to do it. At Silverstone, we saw a mature and deadly version of Marc at once, he added. Here's the full news. The 2025 MotoGP season witnessed the return of Marc Marquez's dominance. After a long journey after injury and various adaptations, he has now found a new home with the Ducati factory team. Not just a comeback, Marquez appears as a rider who has truly evolved, not only technically, but also mentally. At the Silverstone Grand Prix held last week, Marquez was outstanding. Starting from third position, he showed composure and strategic intelligence throughout the race. On a track known for demanding consistency and aggressiveness at the same time, Marquez outperformed his rivals, including defending champion Francesco Bagnaia and sensational rookie Pedro Acosta. The incredible performance caught the attention of many, including his former teammate and longtime rival, Dani Pedrosa. The man who is now a test rider and MotoGP analyst expressed his admiration for Marquez's performance on the Desmosedici GP25. Marc is now a different rider from 5 years ago. He still has his typical aggressiveness, but now it's more controlled. He doesn't just attack. He knows when to wait and when to execute, Pedrosa said in a post-race interview. Pedrosa also highlighted how quickly Marquez adapted to the character of the Ducati bike, which is very different from Honda's RC213V, the bike he has ridden for more than a decade. It takes many years for many riders to understand the character of the Ducati. But Marc, he just clicked. He utilized the power of the bike, especially in accelerating out of corners and braking hard, two things that match his racing style. That combination is deadly, he added. At the Silverstone GP, Marc Marquez didn't just win, he dominated. From start to finish, he showed complete control of the race. When other riders began to lose grip, Marquez pressed. Several times he forced opponents to make mistakes, before finally opening the gap and finishing with a striking advantage. According to Pedrosa, this success was not solely due to the superior Ducati bike. The bike is important, but what makes the difference is Marc's brain and instincts. He's a rider who knows how to win. He learned from mistakes in the past and now he races with the patience of a true champion, he said. With the victory at Silverstone, Marquez now leads the standings with a margin that is getting away from the closest competitor. Many are starting to call this season the Maestro's Renaissance, not just a return to the podium, but a return to the unrivaled level that once saw him dominate MotoGP for years. The big question arises, will 2025 be Marc Marquez's 9th world title season? If he continues like this, I don't think anyone can stop him, Pedrosa concluded in a confident tone. One thing is for sure, with performances like this, Marc Marquez is again the new standard in the world of MotoGP. And with honest comments from a legend like Pedrosa, there is no doubt that we are witnessing the rise of one of the greatest riders of all time.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your fucking cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. Bitch, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't